Hey guys, it's MulaDraws here. Hope you're all having an amazing day. Today I'm going to show you how to draw future Trunks from Dragonball Super. So grab your pencils and your paper and let's get started. So first I'm just going to start off by I'm just blocking in the general shapes. So I started here with the head and his scarf and then his jacket. So I'm really just blocking in the shapes and not paying too much attention to detail. And I just want to make sure that everything is in the correct proportion and the correct sizes. And sometimes I'll flip the picture just like this. And what that helps me do is pay attention to things that are not balanced. So if anything is skewed or is a little bit distorted, flipping the picture will usually allow you to see that more easily. So now I'm just filling in his hair shape. So he has this this kind of bowl cut. So I'm just drawing that general shape and just drawing some guidelines here for his eyes and his nose and his mouth. And his ear will go around there, and then his neck, and then his sword here on the side, and the handle will be popping up in the back, and there's going to be some wrapping on the handle, and then the bottom of the sword has this shape. Not sure what you would call that. It's almost like a diamond kind of shape. So basically that's just my preliminary sketch, and now what I'm going to do is create a new layer, and I'm going to just decrease the opacity on the layer I was just drawing on, and now I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we can pay attention to some of the details. So the first thing I'm going to do is just draw the face. So I'm going to come down here and just fill in some darker lines for the face and come back up like this, and his ear will go around here. Then we can draw his neck, and then we're just going to draw a few lines here for the hairline. And his hair is going to be popping up. So I'm going to go ahead and draw some of those hair strands that are falling over his face. And basically, it doesn't really matter to try to draw every strand the way you see it. It's really more important to just get the overall shape and the flow of the hair, and basically that's more powerful and impactful than trying to get every single strand in its perfect place, if that makes sense to you. So now I'm basically just doing the same thing on the other side, and again just paying attention to the flow of the hair, and I'll just close it up like that and draw another strand, and make sure to add some variety. So not every piece of hair is the exact same size or the exact same width, so don't be afraid to kind of try new things and experiment. So his ear will be closed off there, and just coming around on the other side and just kind of working it both ways, and then his hair will be coming back up here, and we can kind of start to close up his head, just like that. So that's the general shape. And now we can draw a few strands that are kind of sticking out. So we'll draw one over here. Just nice and curved like that. And then I'll just go ahead and erase any lines that shouldn't be there. Okay, just like that. So now we're gonna move on to the face, and I like to start by drawing the eyes. So first I'm gonna draw the wrinkle in the middle of his face, and then his eyebrow. So he has a pretty serious expression. So his eyebrows are gonna have a slight angle, and I'm gonna go ahead and draw his other eyebrow, just like that, and some details here on his forehead. So now I'm going to draw his eyes. So it's important that you keep his eyes on the same level. So you want to make sure they're sitting on the same imaginary line and that they're balanced. So that's very important. And then his nose is just a simple kind of triangular shape. And then his mouth, he has a serious expression, so we'll draw him frowning. And his bottom lip. And then some textures here on his face. And a few lines under his eyes for the cheeks. And then we can draw his pupils. So those are just two half circles sitting underneath his eyebrow. And then the dark spots in his eyes, just like that. Okay, then I'm going to draw some details in his ear, and just drawing a few wrinkles. That's good. Okay, now I'm going to move down and start to draw his scarf. So I'm really just using the guidelines that I started with as a good, kind of like a jumping off point. And I'm just kind of building off of that. And so when you're drawing the scarf, try to, again, it's important to just focus on the general shape first, and then you can go in and try to add all the different folds and the wrinkles and things like that. And I like to add some lines here for texture. And you can draw a few tears or rips in his scarf. So we're almost done here. Just a few more folds here, some texture, just like that. I think I'll just grab my eraser and just fix a few spots here. Okay, so that's good. So now I'm going to continue and just draw his jacket. So I'm going to start by just drawing the collar here, and it's kind of popping out on the side. And some details there, a few lines. And then his collar on the other side, it's kind of popping out here. And then I'm going to bring it up and wrap it around his neck. And it kind of goes behind his scarf. And then some lines here for details, just like that. And down here. And I'll just grab my eraser and fix a few mistakes. And then his sword, so he's gonna have this large I guess sword holder or carrier thing that he wears across his chest. So I'm just drawing that over here and some texture lines just to make it more interesting. And then I'll draw his shoulder, and again just a few more lines, and just close off his jacket. Actually, I want to make his arm a little bit wider, so I'm going to just draw the jacket, the edge of the jacket a little bit closer, and just some texture lines like that. Alright, so now I'm going to draw the actual sword. So I'm going to start by drawing the handguard. So I'm just paying attention to the shape, and basically it's a kind of like a rectangular shape, I guess. And again, just adding a few lines here for texture. Now I'm going to draw the handle of the sword. So pretty basic, just a cylinder shape for this. And it doesn't have to be, you know, perfect straight lines, because we want to kind of add some texture and details. So now I'm going to draw the wrapping of the sword. And just a few lines for texture. And then I'm going to draw the sword handle. So that's kind of the diamond shape, I guess you would call it. And just closing up the top here, it's a little bit rounded. And some details in the sword. Okay, now we're going to move back on the other side of the drawing. And I'm just going to add some lines here to just finish off the jacket. So his shoulder and his arm coming down over here, and just a few lines here for texture, and then his chest pocket. So we're just gonna draw a simple line here, and it's kind of this triangular shape, and just a button and a few lines here for detail. And then I'm just darkening some of the areas just to add some shadows and some random texture lines here and there. And then some shadow here under his ear. And back here where his scarf wraps around his neck. This kind of helps to add some dimension to the drawing. Alright guys, so that's how you draw Trunks from Dragon Ball Super. So what I'm going to do now is... Alright guys, so that's how you draw Trunks from Dragon Ball Super. I hope you all enjoyed this drawing tutorial. Let me know who you would like me to draw next in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and send me your artwork, and I'll try to feature it in the next video. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.